Hello and welcome to Nikolai's genetics lessons, and today's video going to be about dihybrid cross, phenotypic ratios, and how to apply rule of probability in order to solve genetics problems. And here's a problem. A person with Rh positive blood has a specific protein in his or her blood. Persons with Rh negative blood do not have this particular protein in their blood. Rh positive is dominant to Rh negative. Also, normal insulin production dominates abnormal insulin production. If two individuals are heterozygous for Rh factor and normal insulin production, what probable phenotypes might their children be? As usual, I recommend you to pause video here, try to solve this problem on your own first, and when you would be ready, you can run video again and you can compare your answer with my answer and explanation. In dihybrid cross, I can tell you instantly the answer. This would be short answer, but if you want a full explanation how I came to this answer, you need to watch the full video. But first answer would be, we are going to get ratios as 9 to 3 to 3 and to 1. And 9 would be when we would have a person who is going to be Rh positive, so normal for Rh factor and normal for insulin production. And here we are talking about phenotype. And 3 stands for the ratio of people who are going to be normal for Rh factor to be positive, and who is going to be negative for insulin production. Also, we are going to have 3 ratio of 3 people who is going to have negative Rh factor but would produce insulin, and also we would have 1 out of 16 person who is going to be Rh negative and also wouldn't be able to produce insulin. So 9 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 would be 16, so 9 out of 16, 3 out of 16, 3 out of 16, and 1 out of 16. So now let me show you very easy method how to solve this problem. So we know that both parents are heterozygous for Rh factor, so Rh factor. So genotype of first parent would be positive and negative, so would be heterozygous. Genotype of the second parent also would be positive and negative. And when we build a Punnett square, we can predict all the possible genotypes and phenotypes and their progeny. So here we have positive, 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 negative, positive, negative, and negative, negative. As you see, 3/4 in the progeny would be Rh positive, and 1/4 would be Rh negative. So 1/4 would be Rh negative, and 3/4 would be Rh positive. So as for the insulin production, we also know that both parents are also heterozygous for this factor. So we also can say that one allele is dominant, another is recessive in both parents, and I also can use positive and negative sign, but I don't want you to mess up these two different genes that code for the two different traits. So this time I just would use capital A and small a, but you also have to understand that capital A code for normal alleles that produce insulin, and recessive allele A code for the mutated allele that doesn't produce insulin. When person has at least one normal allele, he would be able to produce insulin, and if both alleles would be mutated, he wouldn't be able to produce this enzyme. Once again, 3/4 of the progeny of this couple would be able to produce this enzyme, and 1/4 wouldn't be able to produce this enzyme. So 3/4 here. And now, instead of building square 4x4 with 16 cells with 16 genotypes, and then we have also to circle all the phenotypes, let's use another method that is called for-client method, and we also can find all the phenotypic ratios, and we also can find frequencies. So let me move our picture a little bit. So as you see, 3/4 of the progeny would be Rh positive. So let's write fork here. So 3/4 would be Rh positive, and 1/4 would be Rh negative. So positive and negative. And also among those 3/4 who is going to be Rh positive, we may find that 3/4 would produce insulin, and 1/4 wouldn't be able to produce insulin. And here we see the same picture. 3/4 would be able to produce insulin, and 1/4 wouldn't be able to produce insulin. So what we see here, 3/4 multiplied by 3/4, we are going to get 9 out of 16. This is going to be people who would be able to produce insulin and also would be Rh positive. And in order to find how many would be able, who would be Rh positive and would be able to produce insulin, we have to multiply 3/4 by 1/4, and the answer would be 3 out of 16. And those who is going to be Rh negative but would be able to produce insulin, this is going to be also 3/16. And 1/4 who is going to be Rh negative multiplied by 1/4 who is going to be, who wouldn't be able to produce insulin. So answer here would be 1 out of 16. And as you see, this is going to be the same ratios that I showed you at the beginning of this video. 9 to 3 to 3 to 1. And this is all for today. Thank you for your attention. Please subscribe for my new videos that I post almost every day. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please write your comments, questions if you have any. And see you in the next video. Goodbye.